What's up? Back with another video. Just got to the shop, locking up the truck. As you can see, it's nighttime. Working the night shift as usual. Just want to speak on one of the cars I just got in yesterday. It's a '69 Corvette Stingray. My boy Adam in Nashville, man, he killed this thing. New rebuilt motor, all original. As you can see, it looks good, sounds good. Crazy suspension. I mean, thousands of dollars. Tubular control arms, new bigger radiator, full suspension, new wheels, new tires. It's here for me for paint. I'll show you that in a second. You know, new exhaust looking good. But it's a '69. Guy has no time limit really. Not really a budget. It's gonna be expensive because it's fiberglass, and what makes it so expensive for me to do is it's a full color change. But as you can see, it's gold, kind of mustardy color, honey mustard looking color, T-tops. But he wants black or the new Chevy green, which is cool. Which I'm going for the green, he's going for the black. He owns a lot of vehicles and a lot of stuff just in general. And he said, all my cars are already black, so I figured why not make my Corvette black. But this Corvette's been sitting in one of his airplane hangars for almost 10 years. And yeah, it's shiny. I give it that, it's shiny. But let's look up close and you'll see why it's here for me. I don't know if the camera really picking up, but you can see the bubbles on the paint chipping. That's what happens when you have somebody say, oh yeah, I'll do a scuff and respray and it'll save you a little bit of money. I won't have to sand it down as much. And yeah, you don't gotta sand it down as much, but this is what happens after a little while of it being painted. And whoever painted this car, man, I mean, it was a long time ago. It's been painted almost 10 plus years, 11 years, but this is terrible. I mean, look at that. That's old paint. They didn't tape nothing off. I mean, they probably wrapped the bumper in tape, but I mean, I would have just took the bumper off. But I guess they didn't think that way. I mean, fender's cracking. That's crazy. And the car is not, I mean, it's not driven or beat on or nothing like that. I mean, it sits longer than anything, so this paint should be great. But I mean, look at that. It's set in an airplane hangar. It wasn't in the sun. These ain't sun cracks. This is just bad paint. It's cracking all right here. Cracked up here. This thing's crazy, man. I mean, I told him, you know, I always do half up front, half you pay the rest when you pick it up. But it's gonna be at least a $5,000 paint job, $2,500 just for materials, and of course the half up front is $2,500 for me. But the car is all original. Interior is all original. I'd replace the carpet, but other than that, I mean, I would leave everything 4-speed. Everything works good. Starts up, gauges, all the gauges work. My boy Adam put in the electronic pop-up lights instead of the vacuum like they usually came with, that usually went out and then your lights either stuck up or down. Super nice. Everything works, high beams work. But back to this terrible paint, man. I mean, look at this. The door, I don't know if you can hear that cracking, but that's supposed to be a seal, and it's painted and cracked. I mean, there's a run in the door. They didn't even take the door panel off when they painted the car, which, I mean, I don't even know why they wouldn't. Look at that. They painted the glue in the door. I mean, look, they even painted that's crazy. They didn't take anything apart. I'm taking the doors off. Anything that can unbolt, I'm taking off. I usually paint it separate, at least the jams and everything I paint separate, and then I put it together to paint the outside. But I mean, little repairs here, easy rocker repair. It is fiberglass, but the new fiberglass stuff that's out is a lot easier to work with than this stuff that came on the car. But I mean, this is ridiculous. They just put the gun in here and started spraying whatever was in here. Because I mean, look at that. That's painted. The trim is painted right here. This side of the door isn't even painted. And people ask, like, you know, man, why does it cost so much to paint a car, man? I can just get it wrapped. I can just get my boy to paint it. This is what you get when your boy paints it. This is what you get when you see that deal, somebody's friend of a friend of somebody to paint cars at nighttime when the shop closed because they borrowed the booth, and they doing scuff and resprays for $800, $1,500. Yeah, it's wet when it come out. But I mean, I only recommend doing that when you're selling the car. You're not gonna keep the car. It only makes sense to don't do it on something like this where, I mean, he spent almost $18,000 on just suspension, wheels, motor, everything that my boy Adam did, just to have this type of paint. Hopefully, my boy dropped it off, brought it from Nashville on the trailer. Hopefully the owner hits me up, pays his deposit, and I can start on it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on jack stands and start taking things apart. Some of these parts I'm just gonna get sandblasted. It's a lot quicker to just get them media blasted to get this stuff off without hurting the fiberglass that's already on there, cause myself more work, useless work, and just to be safe. The chrome, I'm trying to find a chromer or somebody that does chrome, which is kind of a dying art. But hopefully Nashville will have somewhere to do the chrome, get them some new emblems, because these things, you can tell they have better days. The Corvette emblems, they're done. Headlights, the taillights, yeah, they're cracked. Hopefully we can get some more of them. But that's why I've been working on trying to get everything out of the way, because this car, excuse the dirty shop, it's a mini truck. This car is supposed to be over here where this Expedition and this Silverado is, and I just got a mess in here trying to work on 5 things at once. This thing's got a fuel pump. I got the tank down. Fuel pump's in that box. Got to put the interior back in, all for it to go to Texas, but working on this, that, finishing this. Hopefully this can go home tomorrow, and working on my own little truck project just so I can get it on the road, stop driving the Escalade. But you can see all that's missing, and I don't know if you've seen that snow at the beginning of the video, but that's what's keeping me from going to the junkyard to get the front end for that truck. So another cold night. Just want to talk on this Corvette. I'm gonna call this one right here though. This one gonna be call this car the comfort zone, because this ain't out of my comfort zone. But if you watch my first YouTube video, you'll see this was one of the cars I was talking on maybe not doing, but I know this would have been one of those things I would regret doing, just for the simple fact of this car can put me on the map. Which, not necessarily put me on the map, but this car could be put down in my books as one of my hits, one of my top ones if I do a nice color. Which, he's an older guy, he's super conservative, super modern. He don't like the new stuff. I'm trying to hey, let me put some pearl in it. Let me put a little flake in there and, accent the body lines of this car. It's crazy. It's a Stingray. But just to do a simple black when there's, $18,000 in suspension and motor work done, brand new motor, transmission's gone through, new wiring, new brand new wheels, tires, more of a modern setup, because that thing is beefy in the back, all new suspension. Can't really see it. I'll get a light and show you guys later, but it's just nuts. to just cover this car in black, simple black, you know, not even a new black with a little pearl in it. Because if it was just black, I would never give this car another look. Like I'd walk past, like, oh, that's a nice old Corvette, and keep it moving. You would never think that these wheels aren't OEM. The motor wasn't brand new. The suspension isn't crazy. I mean, this car is up under this. This is a brand new Corvette. You know, this thing rides amazing. It's just in a old car body. But hopefully I'll keep everybody updated, keep update videos on this car, and we'll see what he decides on the color. Hopefully not no damn black. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, hopefully with a better update, and see you soon.